Hi and welcome once more. I'm repeating this again because I don't know, every time I go to a public place, a gathering or a public place, whether it's a park or a mall, or there's always a case of a lost child. And that's why these safety measures, I think we don't get tired of talking about them. And so welcome to today's edition. I'm repeating this, and if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find that I've talked about it, and I will still talk about it because it's very important. So these are a few measures, some of the measures that we should take with our children concerning being in public places, and what they should know, do, and say. So number one of the strangest safety measures is let them know their name. That is number one. Let the child know their name. It is very important. 2 or 3 names, because there are so many Mercies in the world. There are so many Esthers in the world. Okay? After they've known their own names, let them know your name as a parent. As early as they can know how to speak, they know how to speak. All right? Let them know your name. Make sure your child knows your name, not just daddy, not just mommy, please. And full name. Msamba Josephine. Esther Akinyi. Let them know your full name. And if possible, the names that are in your ID or in your passport. Okay? After they have known your name, let them know a number. A home number, your number, their own number, your house helps number, or a relative's number, someone that is close to you, someone that can be contacted. At least let them know a number. Okay? And as they continue growing, at least 2-3 numbers is okay. Let them know. It is very important. Then, the address, the name of the place where you live. City, town, street. So that you can never know, and you can not imagine how far children are stolen or how far children get lost. The cases in which children get lost in are one, which is very weird and funny. Do you know that they can find an open boot of a car, and in the process of the excitement and playing, let's say for example in a mall, they enter into the boot, and because this guy did not even know that somebody would enter into their boot and they were putting their stuff in, they'll come, add more stuff, and the child is playing, and they drive off with them. That is one. In the park, they'll follow other children who came to the park too. And you can never know how far these children came from. And then because they're children and they love each other, they'll just go. And perhaps these ones took, for an example, they took a bus to the park. They'll go with him because they love him or they love her, and they're children. And let's say their sibling was a teenager who came with a young one, and this young one found another one. They'll just carry and they go. Those are cases. Those are some cases that some of the cases, the case scenarios that I've had, that I've seen. And then the teenager will be like, me, I saw them together, so I'm not so sure, I don't even remember, and I just say, Dad, we can go. All right, so that is one of them. Another, which is unique and still happens, is in a what? In a like this food trunks when they're loading stuff. Your child finds them loading, and they usually put a ladder, because there's a ladder that they climb when loading stuff. They get inside the truck, and these people continue loading, and then they always find something to be busy with, or they go there and then they can't come off, and then they get to sleep, and then they'll go with them, and you don't know how far they will go. And so children have gotten lost very, very far, and have gone very far from home, far from where you were with them. Some are stolen, some get lost in those in such circumstances that I've mentioned. Some, there are various ways in which they get lost. And so the above information that I've said that they should have are very, 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 very important. Okay, their full name, a parent's full name, telephone number, at least a number, the address, the place, the name of the place. Is it Kampala? What is the estate? Is it Bujumbura? Which estate? Is it Kigali? Where exactly? Is it Kisumu? Where exactly? Okay, not just Kisumu. Kisumu is big. Not just Kigali. Kigali is big. Not just Bujumbura. Bujumbura is big. Kampala is big. So they have to know exactly where. Okay, so, and you have to train that. You have to make them know that as early as they can speak. Then another precaution that you should take when you go out in public, try and stay close to each other. Teach your child to always stay within an arm's reach with the others. Okay? It is very important, so that you don't get the hassle of starting to look for, you had five children, and the other one was playing on the swings, the other one was swimming, and the other one, then when it is time to go home, the other one has gotten lost under the basement, and the other one has gone into the park, and the other one was swimming and then got hurt. It becomes chaotic. Number 3 would be, tell them not to talk to strangers. Okay? Tell them not to talk to strangers. Instruct your child to ignore strangers and not to engage in long conversations with a stranger. It is hi. What's your name? Esther, as they move. Okay? Number 4 would be, they should not accept gifts from strangers, because that is how it starts. You can never know which gift. Then this one mostly to teenagers. Warn your teenagers, because in the gifts that they give them, some of those sweets, some of those gums, some of the drinks are drugged. So warn your teenagers. Let them refuse gifts or treats or rides from strangers. Okay? Tell them and make them know that they can yell and scream for help if they see a stranger insisting that they should have a talk, or a stranger is getting too close and want to touch them. Tell them that it is okay to scream and to shout. You know, there are some children that are brought up that they are so confined, and you know, you shouldn't scream in public, because that is one of the things that we teach our children. You shouldn't shout and scream in public. But in this case, when a stranger is getting too close to you and they want to touch you, and they are insisting you eat what they are giving you, you tell them it is okay to scream, it is okay to shout, it is okay to look for someone for help. If they get lost, tell them 3 people that they can always run to. 1, a soldier. The security people. We call them soldiers, askari, okay? Security people. In Africa, we call them askari, you know, the security people. You know, in the you know, if it is a park, at the entrance there's a askari, the security guard. In the malls, the entrances always have them. And secondly, they can run to a police or a firefighter, a uniformed police or a uniformed firefighters, because those ones, their uniforms are known. And thirdly, they can run into a hospital or a bank. Those are safe places that they can check and see. They can run to a hospital or a bank, because at least in those two places, in either the park or a mall or the public gathering places, those are two places that can be a safe place for them. But the disclaimer would be, get the meeting point. Always have the meeting point where you meet at the end of it all, okay? So that if they're at an age where they will, each one of them will go and do different things and different stuff inside, for example, inside the mall, you tell them we are meeting at 5, for example, and this is the place where we are meeting. So get one meeting point where you all get to meet at the end of everything, and let it be a designated time. After 3 hours, we are all meeting here. We are all meeting at such and such a restaurant, so that after, if everybody else has come back and it is 30 minutes after or 20 minutes after, then you know, now you can start to worry and you can start to